All right. Oh, I gotta just wait, I'm too tall. I gotta back up. All right, so hi, Dr. Nikita Vizniak, and I am here with the amazing super therapist and trainer,
Sherry Kim.
And today we're gonna talk our way through a bunch of neck injuries and rehab exercises, stretching and strengthening you might do to improve overall function of your neck. Now, what is one of the most common neck injuries that happens for anybody? It is going to be whiplash. Have you had whiplash?
I have.
All right, so fantastic. So now we've got a great case that we can work through here with a little bit of neck weakness. Where would you usually start with somebody with whiplash?
You can just start with some range of motion stuff again and see where it's resisting. Like for me, it's my left side. I get pretty tight once I try to do my flexions. Lateral flexions, very tight, and definitely a little bit of pain as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. So first thing you're gonna do is just explore the range a little bit, right? So you just say, hey, laterally flex. Oh, it doesn't hurt this way. Let's do more of this movement. Okay, you can go back into extension. That's okay, great. Back into flexion, great. And then you work your way towards the area of injury. The worst thing that people do is they stop moving when they have whiplash. Yes, it's going to hurt a little bit, but as long as it's not above a 3 out of 10, it doesn't feel like sharp pain, doesn't cause shooting pain down your arm, or catches your breath, you need to challenge it early. And the simple range of motion exercises are absolutely key. In fact, what I do for most patients, where I get the most benefit, is I just do passive range of motion for them. Literally, you've had whiplash, all I do is stabilize their neck, stabilize the front of their head here, and I just turn them a little bit, and they tell me when to stop. So we just start off those actions super quick and see what they can do. And first time they come in, maybe it's only this far, that's great. We'll see you in a couple of days. Oh, and look at that, now your range of motion is doubled. Celebrate those small victories. If you can improve range of motion, those are huge outcomes to showing that you're on the road to recovery. Now, let's just say that it's a little bit further down the road and you want to start instilling strength and resilience into this neck so that you don't have the same injury again, or you have better function in the future. What else can we do to increase strength?
Well, for me, I have very weak flexors in my neck. So I do...
Let's do this here. We'll get you up on this bench. Okay?
All right. So if you want to just do a little, like, just lift your head.
And it might sound like a joke, but it's
tough.
It's very difficult for people, especially following one of these injuries, to actually start this specific action even to begin with. It might be too painful even to do that. What I'll often do is even just put my hand underneath their neck and say, hey, can you push down to my hand? Just like we do for low back exercises, we often have people push down with their low back. So all I'm going to do is slide my hand underneath right here. And yeah, but usually they won't even be able to pick it up like that, but you can just see my fingers right there on the opposite side, and then we're going to say, hey, can you push down into my hand? So first thing in the morning when you get up, why not actually just push down a couple of times like this? 5 times, 10 times, try to increase the reps. This is working on those deep neck flexors to start building strength in a really safe way to start this action right here. And then you can go ahead and say, hey, can you bring your neck up? And then go ahead and back down. Yep, looks great. All the way up, all the way down. And if you want to add more to it, you can have them bring themselves up a little bit. So she's going to bring herself up and hold herself in that position. And if this is great, how's she doing? She's actually doing okay with this. I can add a little bit more to it. Okay, yeah, it was all right. But let's say we're further on to it. Now she's here with the patient's permission, of course, with the person's permission. You can go ahead and just push from side to side just the littlest bit and see how they tolerate that. Maybe light pushes back. This represents gravitational forces like you might get in a car or in a sporting event that are working in different directions. I don't think you've probably had anybody actually do that for you before. So this would be a great way to do it. Or she could lift her head up again. We're going to give her a second to rest here, and then she could turn from side to side. And that turning action, again, also builds up strength, right? So a great way for us to start to work on that active rehab. Okay, what else can we do?
If those are too difficult, actually, you can even regress just a little bit, and I call them like I feel like I'm a duck or something doing it.
Yes, but protraction or retraction, absolutely.
Yes, these are really good. Up, down. I actually wasn't able to lift up my head or do anything against gravity for a really long time, so these are really good. These are my go-tos. I could even do that. And try to look down.
So all she does is really pushing against her thumbs for a little bit of resistance. And you can do all the actions that you've done before against resistance, where you move slowly and gradually increase strength. in all of the different ranges. And that's the key thing to get though, is you need to do it in different ranges. If you're just doing the same action again and again, you're only going to have strength in that action and not be building it in different planes, which is where you really need to have that strength, because nobody gets hit perfectly straight or whatever else they're playing, right?
Absolutely. You can also take a ball, like a dodgeball, soccer ball, whatever, do that. Lateral flexions, you know, stick it here, do those, and then eventually work down to the gravitation and the resisted.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so now let's just say that you've done this and your strength is okay, you feel like you can challenge yourself a little bit more. You can start to build up your strength in a different way. So I do a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and if you don't want to get choked out or lose your matches, you want to have good neck strength. So I'll just demo some progressions right here. So the first thing is, all the exercises we've done before have been great, even just leaning up. Getting used to being choked and held in those positions actually increases your strength. Sure, I'll do this once for you really, really delicately, but she'll be like this. So basically, she's going to tuck her chin under just a little bit, and if it's too much, let me know right away. You set up for your choke, even her resisting this force right here, she'll give me just a little bit of resistance. Don't let me move you. Yeah, this builds strength right here. Now, if it was bad and she actually let me get under her chin, then she's got real trouble right here, right? Because that's, but again, you can build up that strength. But so that'll be the first thing, is actually getting used to those positions. Second thing is, and I'll just demo right here, is what you can do is you're going to put your head on the mat and move around in different directions. Again, I'm going to stress this, pun intended, I wouldn't do this until I had good strength and ability into my neck to begin this progression, right? So you can start here and you can just take your head and roll it back and forth, side to side. My hands are out to support me so I don't do it, so all my body weight isn't pushing down. And then as that strength builds, you're moving in different directions. You're going to go ahead, hands can go away, and you're going to do the same thing right here. And obviously, if you want to increase the load, keep on doing what you're doing, you can pop up onto your legs, do the same thing, work your way through all of those movements. It does look painful, but it's not. Okay, you can do it, but that's the ultimate way to build up your strength into your neck. And take it from a guy who's been choked 1,000 times and fought. When you're doing this sparring, I've seen people with such strong necks. You go to choke them, they just flex, and you can't get the holds on them and stuff. So ultimately, that's more dangerous to do, but it's something you could shoot for if you really want to develop extreme neck strength with it. All right, anything else you want to add?
I think we got everything.
All right, good stuff. So it's meant to be just a quick little intro right there. We'll show more videos. Of course, there's more in the muscle manual, more on the exercise posters we have. But either way, hopefully you found this useful. We'll see you in the next video, and thank you very much for your time. Bye.